Good morning everyone, it's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video, and lo and behold, it's another Diablo video, because people were not particularly pleased with my original showcase of my 6-star Diablo. People telling me that he's not a nuker, that he's meant to be used with Dark Shion, something that, something this, and while some of the arguments are valid, I did not use him with Dark Shion. He is a blue orb converter. Dark Shion is an all to blue orb converter. Yes, he will run quite well. As the argument of not being a nuker, I think I proved in that original video that he is very much capable of nuking. So we can dispel that myth right away. However, if you were not fully satisfied with that video, I'm here to make your day just a little bit better by using him on his ideal team. And what does his ideal team look like? Well, it's a little bit subjective. However, I believe it could very much look like this. Believe. Rimuru is kind of he's pretty much the only one that you could take away. And you could put the free-to-play Dark Benimaru on the team if you really wanted to for, triple single target damage. But we have Dark Shion because she is very good. She is a very good protector. Don't get me wrong. I never said she wasn't. She fully changes greens to blues. Dark Milim changes oranges to blues. Diablo changes one green to one blue. Rimuru, his second skill, while mostly ass, does increase blue damage by 10% for one turn. So if you get a whole hand and you can pop that skill, then you can do an extra 10% more damage, and then you can pop this for Diablo's 25% attack boost, and then if you really get cheeky, you can pop Veldora's ult boost, which has the added effect of lowering pierce resistance, which you then combine with Shion, who boosts your pierce rate and your pierce power, combining that with Veldora's ult boost and his pierce resistance, and you can look pretty good. And then you can pop Diablo's ult, or attack boost, and then you can single target ult with him. So that's what we're going to try and do today. However, the only problem with running these two is they both cost 55 points. So you have to play around a little bit. I'm talking very fast. I should probably slow down. If you're going to run this team, and you want to use both Shion and Veldora's boosts, you're going to have to pop Shion's boost on your two main single target DPSs, which will be Milim and Diablo, and then you're going to have to throw them in the back. And then, when you build up enough points to use another 55 points, or 80 points, 70 points, you can pop Diablo's skill and Veldora's skill, bring them back in, and then you'll have the double boost on Diablo, along with his attack boost. So technically, he'll be triple boosted. So we will attempt to do that today. Because Dark Shion does not raise your point cap over 100, that's why you have to play around with the order of operations and hide them and bring them back. It is a whole process, however, it is possible. So we will do essentially the same showcase, but with this team instead, and see how better it runs. How much better it runs. So we're not even going to make a cut, we're just going to go right in. We're going to go into Extreme Hinata Conquest. The best place to test the Dark team. Is my gear sorted? It looks like it is. 71, 68, 7,000. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Okay, so Dark Shion is meant to feed blues and boost your ult gauge, because every time you pop her, she gives you ult gauge, and then she changes blues, and then by changing blues into a whole hand of blues, you then get like 1.5 more Shion gauges, so you can almost infinitely feed Dark Shion. Not a bad team, considering that you have two blue orb changers here. Except that kind of hand. Okay, well, I mean, we can still get it here. We can still get it. Maybe. Yeah, well, hold on, we have two blues, we have two oranges? Yeah, okay, we can do this. Alright, that'll get us Shion right here. It'll get us a 5 combo with Dark Rimuru, who we're not really looking to be the DPS of this team, but he is still 6-star. He will do very good damage against Hinata, especially without her defensive buff. That is a lot of damage we took off. Alright, so right here, we can pop Shion and change these nerfed greens into blues. We've already used Milim's double orb change. But we can probably... Can we use it again? We can't use it again. So we're just going to have to live with it. Actually, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna send these oranges. And we'll orb change next time. I guess that works out. Okay, so we'll use Shion to orb change. So increases everyone's gauge by 23% because it's level 9. At level 10 it will be 25%, but I am running out of rainbow things. So let's do that. Let's change all these nerfs. It gives Rimuru an alt, but because it came from the protection skill, he doesn't actually get it. We can then use Milim's orb change again. And now we have another whole hand, and then watch as my Shion gauge literally explodes. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad strategy. And we're still doing decent damage, even with her guard and everything up. Because literally everyone in this front squad is 6-star. Your results may vary if you don't have a 6-star Diablo, Milim, and Rimuru. So please just keep that in mind. So, what do we do here? Well, we're meant to feed, right? We're meant to feed people in. So, but I want a Dark Milim ult. But I want to send this Diablo ult, because that's what people keep telling me, is you're supposed to just send ults as you get them. So you know what? Let us follow that wisdom. And let's just send the ults. How much do we do with Diablo? 4,700. Rimuru does 900. Cool. Alright, the guard, the resistance is now up, so we're doing terrible damage now. Okay, so we can change, again, all these nerfed greens. Alright. I think we'll go ahead and send these blues again. We'll have another protection gauge from Shion. Still feeding her quite well. 1,800 damage on a 180% boost. Okay. Okay, that hurts. That hurts a little bit. So, what do we do here? Well, let's go ahead and bring in Dark Shion right now for Rimuru. Because Hinata always ults the person with the most HP. And then hopefully she doesn't follow up and kill Diablo, because that would actually be quite unfortunate. Very, very much quite unfortunate. So let's go ahead and send the oranges. We can get a Diablo ult here. We're going to save Milim's ult for funsy onesies. Alright. Don't kill Diablo. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you. Stop. Okay, cool. Alright. So we're going to pop Shion's boost here. So now Diablo and Milim are boosted. We're going to bring in Veldora and Rimuru. And then we're going to build up a few more points. And then we can nuke her out of existence. We don't have enough to use Shion again, but we can get close. We have 59 points. We're looking for 70 right now. At least 70. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, Rimuru, you're looking a little unfortunate there, sir. Okay. Hopeful. Oh, okay. Please, okay, just get that counterattack away. Don't do it to Rimuru. I want him to live. Alright. Oh, sweet. Cool. Oh, okay, you're dead. Well, unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Do I lose the boost, though? I do. Okay, so that is the thing. Is if they do come in during a turn's death, it is still considered the 8th turn. Therefore, I lose the Pierce boost on Diablo, which is highly unfortunate. So let's go ahead and use Veldora's alt boost. We're going to kill here regardless, because we can use Diablo's attack boost right there. We can bring Milim in, who is double boosted, and we'll see how much damage we can do with Diablo, even though he doesn't have all of his buffs on. We do 23.5. Milim does 17.6. Okay. It's not a bad showing. It wasn't a 3-star clear of Hinata, but it's not really Not the most important thing in the world, of course. I don't get cores. I never get cores anymore. Or fangs. Alright, let's move on to the second test with this team. Okay, we're going to try this again. We're going to change the team up just a little bit. So we're still going to run Dark Shion, obviously. Diablo, Dark Melon. We're going to bring in the free-to-play Dark Benimaru for more single-target ult damage. Veldora will remain, but then in the back we have Valentine. 1 for the heal, just in case, and 2 for that double orb change to green in the likely event that we will need to change an orange and a blue, and then we can use Shion to change those greens into blues. In the likely event that it's going to happen. And for this team, we're just going to try and send everything. We're not going to wait for a big old nuke until like the very, 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 very end. But if we got it, we're going to send it, and we're just going to see how that goes, so we can safely say, is sending 6-card hands full of blues, ults when we can, is that enough to take out Hinata without having to go with the massive triple boost that, you know, you were used to seeing on my channel, because I like big daddy damage numbers. Triple boosting is real nice, but we'll see if we can chip away enough health while maintaining a 3-star clear. And if we don't have a 3-star clear, but we still do it, I'll still consider it a win, as long as Diablo doesn't die. Let's try. Let's move out. This team was actually presented to me. Most of this team was presented to me by one of my members in Discord, and he swore by it. So I think he didn't have Benimaru in. I think he had someone else. But it essentially runs the same, and his Veldora is like 100 as well. So what an awful hand. Okay, we're just gonna send them. We're gonna send. Oh, what are we gonna send? We're gonna send the blues, or the oranges. Just get them out. 26, 3,000. Okay, well. Can we do this and then still get Shion online? Yes, okay. Perfect. Hopefully that's just the one orange that comes in, and then we can change. Ooh, I think that is actually exactly what we wanted. It is exactly what we wanted. Alright, so let's use Shion. Alright, all those greens. Alright, Dark Melon, do your thing. And we have a very, very good hand of Diablo right here. And, okay, we get an ult. And we're back up to Shion and a quarter-ish. And 2,000. She does have the guard up. No resistance yet. We have taken out a decent chunk of her health and a cheeky counter, because why ever not? Alright, well, spreading the damage out. Can't argue with that. I think we're just going to send the oranges. And then we'll save Shion for next turn to see if we can get another full hand. Because we'll have a Milim ult next turn as well. So this does 5,700. Not the greatest damage, but obviously our normals are doing hundreds. Okay, okay. Y'all calm down right there. We're going to bring out Benimaru for Valentine, just because he's not doing anything right now, and we can give Diablo a nice little heal. We'll pop Shion to get those last 2. Alright, and then we've got a full hand again. And we'll just keep chipping away. How much damage does this do? 1,700 and a counter. 1,700 damage. Definitely chipping. That attack almost did as much as her ult. Okay. Alright. So we are going to get ulted here, but the good news is that we can again do a full card send. But I don't want Diablo to die, so let's bring in Veldora? No, let's bring in Benny. Let's bring in Benimaru. Okay, so we'll go ahead and use this. Hopefully, no, she's still going to ult Valentine, which is fine. Let's go ahead and use Milim again, and then we'll send all this. Turn 7 is coming up next, is when her debuffs drop. Okay, she's counter happy, I guess. Alright, Benimaru, what do you got? Haven't used you in a while, to be perfectly honest. Ooh, 143. Excellent. Valentine, relatively tanked it. Alright, 1200 heal there. Okay, Milim is also not looking too hot. Let's go ahead and bring in Benimaru for Milim. Go ahead and pop Shion. That did not give as much Diablo ult as I thought it would. I want his ult though, so let's go ahead and we'll heal up again. Again, don't want Diablo to die. This will get Diablo's ult. Next turn, hopefully we can get a nice hand. Oh, I would consider that a nice hand. Yeah, keep hitting Valentine. I don't really care about Valentine. Okay. Ooh. See? Okay, now we can do this. So let's go ahead and bring Veldora in. Go ahead and use the ult boost. Ooh. Might wait one more turn. One more turn. Get those extra points, that way Diablo can get his attack boost as well, now that she's not as buffed up. She should raise her defense now. Okay. Keep hitting Veldora? No, don't do that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we'll use that. We'll use the ult boost. And then we'll bring in Milim for Veldora. Pop Shion. Will this kill, though? That is the real question. Will it kill? And I'm going to drop your defense down as well, alongside your dark resistance down. Okay. We'll send this, we'll send this, we'll send this, and then we'll send Diablo last. Maybe we can kill. 15... Oh, yeah. She's dead. 14, and Diablo does probably like 19? Okay. Going to bed. Wow. That, well, 28,000. Not bad right there. And, okay. Hammer, hammer. Alright. That was a very decent showing right there. We did, it wasn't like, the big double nuke, double 55, triple 55 point skills that we've been stacking up points with the Orc or Charybdis for the last 8 turns. But definitely possible, and we still got it 3-star cleared. Not a terrible showing. Is there anywhere else that I could take them? Hold on. Second thought, I think that's enough. I think, the 2 showcases of, using him with Dark Shion definitely proves a point that he does work very well on the Dark Shion team. It does not mean that he can't be used elsewhere. He still works fine as a single target nuker because he has that cheap attack buff. Now, yes, in my first video, you can run him with other support units and use their higher buffs to get his damage a little bit higher. It does cost more, but it's for the entire team in the event that you want to do big daddy damage numbers with triple nuke, with Wind Milim and Rimuru and Fire Milim, and you go crazy, like I did. You can certainly do that with Diablo. Or you can run him with Dark Shion, and you can just eat blues all day. Now, can you reliably get Diablo's ult as much as people would think? It really depends. RNG is a thing. Orb draw is a very, very real issue. And like the first turn on the second run, 2 2-2s. I mean, yeah, you bring orb changers, but you only have enough points to do one. And if you have max protectors, you can change into 4 blues, and you can get a Shion online on turn 2. But is that realistic for other players who don't have maxed out Gazelle, Dark Melon, and Earth Melon? Not really. So you're going to be waiting maybe another turn, maybe an extra turn after that, maybe 3 turns before you get Shion online. And Hinata loses her defense at turn 7, so you're already almost halfway done with, you know, her phases where you don't even have Shion up. Once you do, then you're cooking, as long as you get the card draw. As long as you get it. Sometimes you get screwed over. Diablo works fine on the Dark Shion team. Diablo works fine on a Charybdis team. Diablo works fine anywhere because he's a single target ult. He buffs his own attack for cheap. He is a good unit. But, big but, if he is maxed out. Because the reason why I had him on my tier list so very low is because a level 80 Diablo does not look nearly as good as a 100 6-star Diablo. It's sorry. Even if you're the biggest Diablo lover, he just does not do what you expect him to do, what people online have built him up to be, if you have him at level 80. His trade is ass. It's what is it? Lowering attack if you send a full hand of blues or something like that? Yeah, that's not... I mean, obviously you can very easily send 6-card hands, but I wouldn't, you know, bank on lowering their attack by 8% to save your life if you're a nut tap away from health. So, Diablo is a good unit if you have the investment in him. If you don't have the investment in him, I don't really... Like, if you have him level 80, probably just leave him at level 80. Probably just leave him at level 80. The Dark meta is over. Yes, he is good on one conquest, arguably one of the easier conquests. Dark team is just stacked like that. The only free-to-play single-target ult still in the game. You know, there's a lot of support on that team. Dark Banner rerun just happened. It just left, or it's leaving in like 24 hours from the time I'm recording this. Guys, I don't hate Diablo, but I still don't love him either. You'll find out where I put him on my tier list at the end of the month. But for now, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later.